We're gonna start with some singing, then we'll keep on singing, then we'll go ahead and sing some more. And if you feel the spirit till you get out of your seat, well, you can get right up and dance out on the floor. And if you'd rather sit in silent meditation, that is great, and you can go ahead and do that too. Whatever feels like rising in your body and your spirit, just feel free to let it rise on up in you. And we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing. Welcome to Sanctuary Boston, everyone. Yeah. Oh, nice. My name is Lucas. I'm up here with, so many folks. With Callie and Alex and Joe and Soren eventually and Mark David and Matt and Tayward. And we say a version of some of the words of this song almost every week where we say, we're going to start with singing, and then we're going to do some more singing and keep on singing. And so I thought it'd be fun to put those words to some music. Tonight's service is about the power of music, which is kind of every sanctuary service in its own way. And if you had that QR code at some point, you might be able to look at the lyrics, or you have printed out lyrics. And feel free to sing along. We'll sing it through. And we'll sing out Rise Up Singing, too. Here we go. We're gonna start with some singing, then we'll keep on singing, then we'll go ahead and sing some more. And if you feel the spirit till you get out of your seat, you can get right up and dance out on the floor. And if you'd rather sing in silent meditation, that is great, and you can go ahead and do that too. Whatever feels like rising in your body and your spirit, just feel free to let it rise on up in you. And we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing again. We will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing, we will rise up singing.
That's a Lucas Milliken original. World premiere. Just happened.
Next one is a classic of the UU hymnal.
Come sing a song with me.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, binding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
In the Unitarian Universalist tradition, we light a flaming chalice to mark this time together as sacred, set apart. For those joining online, we invite you to light a chalice or a candle at home if you have one, or just to take a deep breath with us and settle into your body. Our words come from Lindy Thompson, I Go to Sing.
I might be exhausted and the children might be cranky, but I will be going to church on Sunday. Don't know who is preaching, doesn't matter. The sermon may be helpful or not, holds my attention or doesn't. It's the singing. I go to sing. I get up, get clean, get dressed, possibly get mad at not ready kids, at empty coffee pot, at traffic. Get going, get there, get seated, get comfortable, get focused. And when the music starts, get saved.
It's the singing. I go to sing. It's the willingness to stand if you are able, the common agreement on page number, the voluntary sharing of songbooks with people on your row, even ones you rode there with. But most of all, it's the collective in-breath before the first sound is made, the collective drawing upon the grace of God. The collective, if inadvertent, admission that we are all human, all fragile, all in need of the sustaining air freely dispensed, all in need of each other to get the key right and not sound discordant. It's the hidden life celebration in the act of making a joyful noise all together.
We don't even have to sound that good. Singing together still brings home the we-ness of worship, the not aloneness of life in God, the best of all we have to offer each other.
When we are singing, I think I might actually be able to forgive you for being so terribly human. And you might be able to forgive me for being so terribly not there yet. And we might be able to find peace now, not postpone it for some heavenly hereafter, but live and breathe it today, drawing in the grace of God, voicing out our need and hope and gratitude and longing.
When we are singing, I can feel the better world coming. And if I get to be part of it, you do too.
So sing with me, and we'll make our way down that blessed road together.
Collectively, better than we ever thought possible.
Thank you both. Welcome, welcome all to Sanctuary Boston, a community of vibrant worship and real connection, grounded in Unitarian Universalism and open to seekers of all kinds. My name is Matt Meyer, and I'm the Director of Community Life and Operations here for Sanctuary Boston. I'm so looking forward to our service this evening because even more than usual, this is a service about singing and music, and we're going to be doing a lot of singing together, as the song said. In thinking about this service and singing as such a central spiritual practice of the Sanctuary Boston community, I was thinking of this theory of community that sociologists use, which is that some communities are centered sets and some are boundaried sets. And what they mean by that is that some communities, there's a line, a rule, or a list of rules that decides whether you are in or out. There's a boundary that gets drawn. And in some communities, there's not a line, there's not a boundary, there's not a list of rules. There's something at the center that we're all facing towards, that people come together because we have a shared purpose or a shared practice. Some ways that some folks talk about this is that if you want to gather a flock, you can either make a fence to keep all the sheep in and not let them leave, or you can offer some really good food. And I think this is a place where We don't have tests of belief. We don't have creeds that you have to check off a list of things you believe in to be here. This is a place where we offer each other some really good spiritual food and some pretty good regular food too. And whether you're a member of Sanctuary Boston is up to you, whether this is a place where you have come because you are looking to be fed, to feed your spirit, or if you're here to show up to help feed others as well, to be taken care of and to take care of others. And I think that's part of our what brings us together. Some of the food of this community is the singing that we do together, is the music that we share together. That's that thing in the center that we come and do the same thing at the same time and get to be in community together, not because there's a fence that's keeping us here, but because there's some good food in the middle. So welcome, welcome. And to invite you into that spirit, to invite you into that community, we're going to share our words of welcome. We don't have a screen today. We found that the summer was a little bright for the screens outside, and we still wanted to have all the dancing space that being outside offers. But I'm going to bring back Owen and Emily to share our words of welcome. And if you know them, or if you're joining online, you can read along at home.
Whether you go to church on Sunday morning,
or light candles on Friday nights,
whether you've been hurt by religion,
saved by it,
or some of both,
whether you're brand new to spiritual community,
or a seasoned seeker,
whoever you are, whatever you are,
wherever you are on your journey, we welcome you.
And we're going to take another couple minutes to greet each other. So those of you joining online, we invite you to say hello in the chat box. Reach out and send someone a note saying, introducing yourself. And those of you here in person, take a few minutes to greet your neighbor, say hello to an old friend, and introduce yourself to someone new. And those in person, you can also wave at the cameras to greet them as well. Ready, go.
We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing. We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, Come and go with me. We can walk together, climb any mountain, brave any weather. That place we're going is a beautiful song. And while we're on our way, we can sing along. We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing. And when we get there, we'll join that choir. Everybody's gonna be there, whole world on fire. That light will shine on that endless day. We can sing through the night while we're on our way. We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing. We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing. 'Cause we've already started to sing. Yes, we've already started to
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rebecca Reed. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm very happy that you've all joined us this evening. One of my spiritual homes is a beautiful land between the ocean and the pine trees in Maine. It is a place where the sounds of ukulele jam sessions flow through the porches of the campus and through the trees. I grew up going to Ferry Beach, a Unitarian Universalist conference center, every summer, so my roots there run deep. One of my favorite rituals is the bridging ceremony, when the oldest youth who are aging out of the program bridge into young adulthood. During the ceremony, each bridger writes a reflection that they read in front of the community, and then they choose someone to speak on their behalf about their journey to young adulthood. It is a moving moment to experience, and everyone ends up misty-eyed, even if they don't know the bridgers personally. The ceremony ends with the whole community walking to the beach, where the teams cross the bridge to the shore, a metaphor for crossing from childhood into young adulthood. A moment that stuck most with me was when we stood side by side, holding hands in a circle on the beach as we sang "Swimming to the Other Side" by Pat Humphreys, who, where I come from, is considered Unitarian Universalist music royalty. The harmonies sung during this moment take me to a place where all is well. All is beautiful. everything feels whole. I am surrounded by my beloved community under the moonlight and the stars, waves crashing softly in the background. Even though we can't see each other well in the dark, our voices are strong, and we are reminding the young adults that they are always surrounded by their beloved community, no matter where the next year takes them post-high school, and that the people in this circle will always welcome them home.
On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side.
These words echoed in my head as I left for college in Burlington, Vermont in fall of 2011. I felt really alone in the beginning as I was trying to find my people, and often found myself humming Swimming to the Other Side when I walked alone on campus. This reminded me of the support network I had, the people who would always pick up when I called, and all the lessons and values my Ferry Beach community raised me with. The summer before I left for college, I remember an adult telling me, "Step outside your comfort zone and say yes to new experiences." When I felt like I wasn't fitting in and that I hadn't found my people yet, I remembered these two lessons and signed up for an equestrian team and attended events put on by our student government. At the first equestrian team meeting, I met Laura, someone who would quickly become a close friend by the end of the year. We ended up studying abroad together and spoke French all the time. Had I not said yes to the new experience of riding horses, I wouldn't have met someone who would bring me so much joy throughout my entire college experience. Thinking of this song by Pat Humphries during the moments when I felt alone called me to remember my community in Maine, the lessons they taught me, and the song brought me comfort when I wasn't physically in the presence of my people, because it reminded me of their wisdom and encouragement.
Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side.
Why is it that the person you least want to be stuck in an elevator with always seems to be the person that you end up in the elevator with the most? Every time. I'll come back to this question in a minute. During the pandemic, there was a moment I felt the world was falling apart. Before it began, I taught in a middle school as an English teacher, surrounded by people, having endless conversations with endless numbers of people. There was always a problem to solve with a colleague, a student to check in with, or a family to call. Never a quiet moment for me. Then, all of a sudden, I was alone in my kitchen, trying to finish the school year online, doing it all from my kitchen table. I missed having people all around me. So the person I least wanted to be stuck in the elevator with was one of the social studies teachers, because he always wanted to talk with me about the Bruins, something I don't like to talk about because I know nothing about the Bruins and I don't care too much about sports, unless it's about Simone Biles at the Olympics. Before the pandemic, I always seemed to catch this teacher in the elevator at the same time, as we usually got to school at 7:15, taking the elevator to the teacher's workroom. It would happen again as we got ready for our fourth period class, and again on the way to dismissal duty. Each day, I seemed to catch him in the elevator with me during at least one of those moments, with his enthusiasm for hockey in full force. I remember thinking as I was waiting for students to sign into my Zoom lesson for reading one morning, that I would give anything to have a conversation with him about the top players on the team and their statistics. How many goals Brad Marchand scored and how many saves Tuukka Rask had. I suddenly had a desire to learn everything there was to know about the Bruins, and I wanted to learn it from him. I also missed greeting Carmen in the main office. She always bookended my days with a hello and goodbye through the main office window. She always wore bright skirts that were a little too bright for my pastel color palette, and I quickly realized I was missing that bold color in my life. My world seemed dull now. I actually loved having bright color in my life. Out of my pain, grief, and isolation, I reached out to others in my Ferry Beach community to put on 3 online worship services to recreate moments and milestones that were lost. During the holidays, people were longing to be together, so I put together a holiday sing-along. Our graduates were celebrating a major milestone when they were uncertain about what was to come in the upcoming months, so we marked the occasion with a Zoom graduation. One of the graduates told me afterwards that it was more meaningful than the one that the college put on for them. When the director of religious education from my childhood church finished her career, we came together to celebrate virtually. These all involved members of the community sharing words that they wrote, and we sang together as much as we sing here at our sanctuary worship services.
We are going to a place where music falls and fills up everything. And though it might be a long time, I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing.
You broke it, Matt. You fixed it, Matt.
As the faces of my loved ones from Ferry Beach popped up in their Zoom squares, I felt instantly at ease. The experience of seeing each person join individually or with their families and remembering the way each person sounded and laughed made me realize that for these 45 minutes, everything felt whole. Being back in community in these moments when we were so far apart in distance made me feel deeply connected, and so many memories came flooding back. I was reminded that pure connection isn't always deep conversation. It can be in the collective breath before the chorus starts, or the way someone makes eye contact with you and has a slight smile on their face during a part of a song where you both think of one another. Music is a way we can bring people together for a shared experience full of meaning.
I know it's gonna be alright, 'cause we've already started to sing.
I recently read more about Bernice Regan, who was a founding member of the Freedom Singers, a part of the civil rights movement, and partnered with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. She understood the power of song to bring people together and unify them during the protests for civil rights in the South. Regan recalled, "After a song, the differences between us were not so great. Somehow, making a song required an expression of that which is common to us all. This music was like an instrument, like holding a tool in your hand."
We are the ones, we've been waiting. 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 We are the ones, we've been waiting.
When I was in middle school, I remember joining members of my childhood church in protest against incarceration at the Suffolk County House of Correction. Groups from my congregation went a few times, and we sang songs on the outside and saw reactions from the people who were incarcerated who could hear what we were singing and chanting. Singing together was a tool that we used to band our voices together and create something that was louder than our individual selves.
We are the ones, we've been waiting. We are the ones, we've been waiting.
Music is a spiritual tool that can remind us that we are more powerful when we join together. Spiritual tools can bring us to a place of balance even when it feels like the world is falling apart. We have a tool that we can use to refill our hearts even when the people in our support network aren't available in the moment. I encourage you to take a moment to think about what is feeling heavy on your heart this evening. How might music hold you in this heaviness? What lyrics or sounds are most healing to you or bring you a sense of love and comfort when you are trying to put the pieces back together? Music is a spiritual practice that provides comfort, brings communities together, and we can use it as a tool to move towards justice.
Thank you, Rebecca.
When there is love, I can't wait to talk about it. When things get rough, I like to walk with you. Or when it's night, I like to be the light that's missing and remind you every minute of the future isn't written, not yet. When there is love, or when the heart gets heavy, we can lighten it up. If you've had enough, well, we can empty your glass and we can fill it back up. You know it's up to us to make it all up. So what you making up, I can make it up back. You could be loved no matter what. You know the only time is right now. It's right where you are. You don't need a vacation when there's nothing to escape from singing. Ha la 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 la. Ha la 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 la, let's all sing ha la 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 la, laying it down. Everything is sound, ha la 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 la. Ha la 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 la, let's all sing ha la 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 la, hallelujah. We're connected now, let's sing to be happy, to feel things, to communicate and be heard, or sing out to protest and to project and to harmonize with birds. Whether it's your birthday or your dying day, it's a celebration to rejoice, to use your voice and give wings to any old choice. Whatever you're choosing right now, it's right where you are. You don't need a vacation when there's nothing to escape from. Set your vibration and undulation to the highest it can go. And trust me, hear me, if it makes you want to sing, just sing it. Ha la 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 la, ha la 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 la, let's all sing ha la 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 la, laying it down. Everything is sound, ha la 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 la, ha la 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 la, let's all sing ha la 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 la, hallelujah. We're connected now. It's a song that I've forgotten often. It doesn't make me wrong, 'cause we all need the darkness to see the light in our own eyes. Come on and sing it. Ha la 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 la, ha la 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 la, let's all sing ha la 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 la, laying it down. everything is sound. Ha la 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 la. Ha la 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 la. Let's all sing. Ha la 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 la. Hallelujah. We're connected now. Ha la 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 la. Ha la 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 la. Let's all sing. Ha la 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 la. Laying it down. Everything is sound. Ha la 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 la. Ha la 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 la. Let's all sing. Ha la 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 la. Hallelujah. We're connected now.
Beloveds, let us talk about caring for each other. Sadly, the crisis of climate change is no longer just a threat in our future. It's arriving now in our city, in our neighborhood. This summer, the air in Boston, in New York, and Chicago have been toxic with the smoke of wildfires from northern Canada. Just last week, horrendous wildfires in Hawaii have devastated the people there and taken at least 100 lives. And while so many communities have struggled with fire, many of our communities are also experiencing record losses from flooding. During these times of climate crisis and rampant wildfire, disastrous flooding, we are called upon to care for those whose lives have been disrupted and endangered by both natural and human-made disasters. In the aftermath of such emergencies, we often respond with our dollars to supply immediate disaster relief to those in need. What if, in addition to responding in the moment, we could proactively support organizations which not only provide immediate relief, but also provide communities with resources for planning ahead, and for disability inclusion, and for preparedness in the face of disaster? Well, we can. Tonight, we at Sanctuary in Boston are blessed to be sharing our offering with the Partnership for Inclusive Disaster Strategies. They are a disability-run, nonprofit organization with the specific mission of equity for people with disabilities and people with access and functional needs throughout all of the planning, the services, and the procedure process before, during, and after disasters. The partnership is the only U.S. organization that's focused solely on the rights and needs of people with disabilities in the midst of disaster and crises. They recognize that planning, response, and mitigation must start and be led by marginalized disabled people, those who are the most disproportionately impacted by disasters. The partnership works with both communities and organizations all around the world to achieve disaster readiness and to maintain equity and inclusion for people with disabilities. You can learn more about this really important work they do online at disasterstrategies.org. Tonight, please help us to support this important work by your generous offerings. If you're online, you can check out the chat box. The links will be there to either donate through PayPal or Venmo. We don't have our screen here tonight, so I'll let you know that if you're here in person, you can go to our website, sanctuaryboston.org, and donate there through PayPal, or very easily reach us at Venmo at Sanctuary Boston. Please put the word offering in the notes to help us direct your offering. Also, If you've written a joy or a sorrow card that are available here at the table, we'll be collecting those now during the offering music. The offering will now be freely given and gratefully received.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice, the sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too, the sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice, a song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love.
We arrive together, bringing all the joys and sorrows of our complex lives with us this evening. Some of us arrive here wrestling with difficult things, feeling the pain of a broken world around us and within us. Some of us arrive full of blessings, brimming with gratitude. From those of us here in person, Joanna has a mixture to share. Singing the We Are Going song this evening has me missing Jean Mogenhan, who passed away earlier this summer. We sang together in the Arlington Street Church Choir for a decade, and it's a loss that'll be felt. From Tayward, we have a sorrow. I am having complicated feelings about work and looking into next steps. It's overwhelming to try to figure out when I'm so burned out. We have a Joy that says, I had a week making delicious smoothie with a week making a great friend. Emily sharing the joy of being so happy to be in sanctuary space during this too brief grad school summer break. So grateful for the love and song. And we have an anonymous sorrow that grandma is having surgery tonight.
Please join me in singing. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
We now invite those of you joining online to share any joys or sorrows you're carrying with you in the chat box. I'll share them out loud here from the mic. If you'd like them to keep anonymous, please message me directly. I am Rhea, R-H-E-A, parentheses, they, them, joys and sorrows. Sarah shares, grateful to have been able to travel to Vermont last week to hear Alex and Tayward and Mark David and Matt, and grateful for tonight's music and Rebecca's wonderful reflection. Yvonne shares a joy. My Wi-Fi got improved enough that I can join Sanctuary online from so far away. Chloe shares a joy. I'm getting ordained next month. I have an anonymous joy. It's someone's birthday tomorrow and they get to be 39. A joy that says grateful for singing together through the Wi-Fi and double grateful for summertime peaches. There's a sorrow from Hannah. A family friend recently passed away. My brother, who is a musician, has a pinched nerve and can't play to promote his new album. He's also dealing with unemployment and he's lost his insurance. There's a joy from Sarah saying, I'm excited to start working this week as Director of Religious Education at First Parish Malden. A mixture from Shea, Timothy, and I moved into our apartment in San Francisco. Timothy's new job will start during Sanctuary next week. We're feeling a mix of optimism and sadness of missing community. An anonymous joy. We're getting back into school year rhythms, and even as an adult in the house, I'm feeling the energy of newness. I'll give a few more seconds for folks online to share. And with that, we sing.
There love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
God who sings with us, who holds us in community. There are so many joys to be shared. For being able to be in community, for being able to be with friends and make new discoveries, for growing older, and so much more. But there are also sorrows that are so incredibly tender, whether that be the fear of someone going into a medical procedure or just the fear of what is to come. We hold ourselves in the great complexities that come of lives full of joys and sorrows and everything in between. And in that, we hold each other, lifting up our voices and sweet music, whether that be in talking or actual singing, to remind ourselves that we are in community and we are held in the joyous and the hard. Amen, and blessed be.
Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, we're each made holy and loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew.
Beloveds, I encourage you to think about how music can provide you with a sense of love and comfort during difficult times. What lyrics might hold you in this heaviness? Music and sound are powerful tools we can access in many situations that help reground us when the people in our support network aren't available in the moment. We can use music to provide comfort, deepen our relationships with others, and work towards a more just and equitable world.
2, 3, 4. Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. But just because a record has a group doesn't make it in the group. But you can tell right away at letter A when the people start to move. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. They can feel it all over, people. Go! Bop. Ba-da-bop, 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 ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Music knows it is and always will be one of the things that life just won't quit. But here are some of music's pioneers that time will not allow us to forget. For there's Basie, Miller, Satchmo, and the king of Ulster Duke. And with a voice like Ella singing out, there's no way the band can lose. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over. Go! Bop, ba-da-bop, 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 ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-bop, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da- You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over. I can feel it all over. Why can't you feel it all over, people? Come on, let's feel it all over. You can feel it all over. One more time, go.
Our first Stevie Wonder tune. Yes.
That's not true.
Also, the hardest tune we've ever done at Sanctuary.
That part might be true.
Mark David, I'm sorry for those of us, certainly not myself, but those of us present who may have doubted you. Not me, certainly, though. Friends, this is a place unlike some churches that draw a boundary, that draw a fence around based on creed and belief and beliefs in God or heaven or hell or their tests of belief. This is a community that feeds each other and draws each other close with spiritual food, and I want to tell you about some of that delicious spiritual food for you this evening, some of that vibrant worship and real connection. Our next worship gathering is in 2 weeks on the special 5th Wednesday. It's an all-online service on August 30th. Please join us online for that. If you want to have a watch party, we can help you send out the word if you want to invite some friends over and put out some snacks as well. And then starting in September, we're going to be back in Cambridge on first Wednesdays. Every first Wednesday we'll be in Cambridge for the rest of the year, and third Wednesdays indoors, probably, here at First Church Boston. So keep an eye out, and you can click on the Google Calendar if you want Sanctuary's calendar in your calendar. What else do we got? The fall retreat is coming up September 8th to 10th. Is anybody going to that? Anybody? Yes. It's going to be so good. We've got all kinds of the food is going to be amazing. We're going to be cooking together and eating together. We're going to be singing together just freaking constantly. There's going to be board games and all kinds of great workshops and shared spiritual practices as well, so I hope you'll join us for that. What else do we got? All right, this one is very important and dear to me. Sanctuary is 10 years old now, and which is astounding. We're beginning our 11th year, yeah. And we've been celebrating, and we've also grown a lot in the last few years in some really amazing ways. This is the beginning of my maybe 8th year as the director of this community. And for the first most of those years, there was only 3 staff. There was me as director, Mark David as music director, and then me as drummer. I had 2 out of the 3 of them. Now there's 5 of us, which is incredible. And there's also twice as many people participating in worship and small groups and our surveys and other programs as there used to be. And as we're growing, we're trying to put some more systems in place to help our community survive and thrive in the future. And one of those was that I asked our board of directors to create a process to evaluate our staff and to start this year by evaluating me. And part of the way that they're doing that is asking you to do that. And so you can find in the chat box and in the emails on our email listserv a form that you can fill out to share your thoughts of working with me as your director of community life. Please, please do that. As we mentioned last time, sometimes when people ask for reviews, only the angriest people leave reviews. I so much don't want that to be the case. And we also don't want just the people that most have the nicest things to say either. If you feel kind of neutral, we want you to fill it out. If you're one of the angriest people, we also want you to fill it out too. And also if you're one of the least angry, or I guess happiest, right? Yeah. Those people too. A couple other things. The school semesters are starting up. People are coming back to college. If in Boston, if you know a student coming to Boston for school, please send them the campus ministry form, which is in our emails and on our website and also in the chat box. We want to connect with those students coming back to school for our campus ministry program. And the last 2 announcements I have help with. Can we do small groups? Small group coordinator, would you tell us about small groups?
Hi friends, my name is Laura Hatfield. I use she, her pronouns. My whole adult life, particularly dating back to a really terrible high school PE unit on golf where I never managed to get the ball off the tee, I have told a story of myself as a person who cannot deal with projectiles. Don't try and throw something at me, I won't catch it, and I will not throw it back to you. But for years, my beloved embarked on this concerted campaign of tossing the keys over to me, over the car, and every time they tossed the keys, I caught the keys. And the culmination of this campaign was last weekend when we almost won an egg toss contest. And now I can no longer tell the story of myself as a person who can't deal with projectiles. Maybe you have an outdated version of a story that you tell about who you are. Small groups are a place where we will metaphorically toss tricky spiritual keychains at you every time we meet for 2 hours on Zoom. And you can tell a new story of who you are. Sign up for small groups, the Google form. You have until September 7th. We have 4 incredible groups. We have 10 amazing facilitators. You are going to love small groups. Tell a new story about yourselves. Thank you.
Laura, it's such a joy to be your beloved. And it was Callie that won.
It was really close.
Yeah, but we were this close. And last but not least, our invitation for this evening is for drum. Art, would you tell us about drum?
So I'm here to tell you about Sanctuary Boston's group membership in Drum. Drum is short for Diverse and Revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Multicultural Ministries. Drum is a grassroots, membership-led, anti-racist, anti-oppressive ministry for UUs who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Group membership is available to congregations and organizations who wish to provide drum membership and benefits to BIPOC members of their organization. And these benefits include things like access to BIPOC-specific programs and activities, opportunities to build relationships with fellow BIPOC UUs across the country, and access to pastoral care and chaplain support. Sanctuary Boston's group membership in Drum allows us to offer these benefits to up to 20 BIPOC individuals within the Sanctuary community. If you're interested, just please drop an email to sanctuaryboston@gmail.com, or I'm also on the Zoom tonight, listed as Art Drum Info. You can drop me a message there. Thank you.
I'm so excited about all the good spiritual food we're providing in community for BIPOC folks and the small groups, a place to throw those metaphorical keys in each other's directions, to retreat together and to sing together. Dear ones, thank you so much for being here and being sanctuary for each other, for creating this special magic that we have here. Go in peace, go in love, and go and be blessed as you are each a blessing to others. Amen.
2, 3, 4.
Thanks, everyone.